It's great to be here, that's what I should say.
Brilliant to have you on.
It's been a bit stressful because lately, obviously, as you know, I've been working on Flow Chapter 2. So right now I'm just kind of focusing on organising all the dates and stuff. So it's a bit fun, but it's a bit stressful. So yeah.
So yeah, you've got a film coming out, I believe, this summer.
Yes, I do. How's yours going, actually?
Yeah, really good. We've got actually got a few coming out. Friends in college. We've made obviously last year we released a film called Death Note. That's done pretty well, and ever since then we've already started planning ideas for the next one called Death Wish, which is coming out hopefully in like June, July. Halloween restoration as well. I've been making videos for a long time now.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen the posts about the Halloween one, and it's really intriguing, I will say, and I'm very excited to see what it's like. So I really hope the best of wish the best of luck for that. So I just finished school like about 2 weeks ago, so we're focusing on Flow Chapter 2 at the minute, and I think once I finish that, I think we're going to try and do something related to Scream, which would be very interesting.
Oh wow, yeah, that'll do really well. Like I had an idea about doing a Quiet Place movie, like a fan film, like Quiet Place. You've always been interested in filmmaking? It's always been something you've like had a passion for?
I would say, well, when it all started really around 2015, the whole filmmaking thing for me. I've always wanted to do acting, but when I got my camera in 2015, that's when I was more interested in the directing role. It's I don't know, that was the time when I really went, all right, I prefer directing over acting. It's I think you will be able to relate here. It's really fun though, just exploring all these creative ideas behind the camera. It's fun, honestly.
I did it when I was at secondary school. I did GCSE film studies. Obviously I've got a lot better at it now.
At the end of the day, we've got to start from somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Float has such a weird story because we made an original cut back in 2017, which was beyond terrible. It was just bad. And we came back to it like early 2019. Let's try and make this better this time. Well, the question for you is how did you get into filmmaking?
Oh, I've had this question a few times. Well, I think obviously with my YouTube, I've always watched other vloggers, like UK vloggers on YouTube. To be honest, I don't really know how I got into filmmaking. It's weird. I've always loved it. I've done it for like 4 years. I started back in like 2015 because I did like short films for my drama. I used to do a bit of acting, and I kind of do it now with the short films I'm making. Got into the habit of, bit of both really, editing, bit of Photoshop work here and there. So I did daily vlogs when I first started my vlog channel. I was like, oh, I'd love to do that one day. I'd love to do something like that. Do you have a channel where you upload your films? I think you do, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's my main. Well, originally funny enough, started off doing vlogs and gaming videos. Slowly, I began to realize, look, this is not my thing. I think I should just upload those private. It was something about how you started.
I started like March 2017. I believe you started filming it, chapter 2, like 2019, I think you said, or you posted it on your Instagram somewhere. Unless I'm wrong.
Flow Chapter 1 started in 2019. That took at least 8 months to make. We started filming Flow Chapter 2 since last year in February. And COVID's completely it made it a mess. But we've got back on our feet. We're we're like 3 shoots away from finishing the entire thing. I get what you mean now. Things just pop out your head when you're about to say
I literally had an idea.
Give me a second to remember. But honestly, I will say Flow Chapter 1 was very fun to make. But this time around, it's such a different experience because we've got the support from the fans, and also we've developed so much more. It's just so fun. And obviously, it's very sad that it's coming to an end since some of them are going to be leaving the crew, and obviously we're getting new people to make more. Yeah. It's fascinating though, how many people are interested. It's really cool. I think you'll understand that as well for your short films as well.
Yeah, we want to maybe cast more people, have more people in our films. But we also like having our friendship group quite small, like 3-4 people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's more like a personal thing. It's not really like a...
Yeah, that's what it used to be like with me.
Yeah, I was quite bullied for making videos at school, when I was secondary school. I don't get much hate now, to be honest.
Honestly, you just gotta ignore the hate. Honestly, I don't really get hate in front of my face. I've heard things, But I don't really take it in because at the end of the day, they just say it to make you stop. And why should you stop for that one person? You know?
Exactly. Imagine if you did stop. Imagine if you did listen to what they were saying. Have you got? So you've got more films or future projects coming out?
We've got tons, too many. I would say the two I can talk about is probably Scream and Derry. They're the ones I can say, I think. Derry, we hope to make soon in the holidays because that's like meant to be a prequel before Float. I don't know. I think it's an interesting idea.
You know,
Yeah.
my friend Christian, that Pretty
Yeah.
Wise on Instagram. He's a big like horror fan, and I made a documentary about like his massive collection he's got, horror figures and masks and things, and it's just really
I saw
cool.
that.
Yeah, and it's just really great how we're all kind of like the same person because we all love like we all like similar things. It's just
That's what I said to my friend. It's cool. Like how like I said this to my friends, like my crew and obviously your friends, it seems like our personalities and interests really work. It's really cool. Like I think my goal for this year is obviously for chapter 2 to beat the watch time and the view rate of the first. Apart from filmmaking, I don't know, probably get into a good college, find a good course for filmmaking. It's just very hard, not gonna lie, to find the right one. I think my weird documentary series I made with my friends, that got me to 100 subscribers. And my channel kind of died for a long time. Flow Chapter 1 boosted me just a bit.
Where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Ooh, good question, actually. That's a very good question. It just seems like such a fun life job to have. There's something just fascinating. Well, fascinating is the right word. Like just grabbing a camera, doing anything you want. It's really fun. Like
I had a lot of fun filming this Halloween restoration yesterday. You know, Christian had the Michael Myers mask on, and just like we did like this like thing and towards the end of like the shoot. We just had fun, like doing like a little like, oh, where's Michael? Where is he? And like just like tried to do like jump scares and things, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right, how is that coming along then?
Really good. We've got a teaser for it, but it's not like the official one. We're gonna get it released today, but the music isn't finished for it, so we're just waiting like a couple more days to make sure it's like done the best it can be.
Yeah,
but we show
to get it right.
because today at college we're all playing all like screening our videos from like you know from like start of college till like the end, not the end, but up to now. Watched all of them. And Christian told me last night that the teaser it wasn't finished, but then out of nowhere he surprised me and played the teaser in front of everyone at college today on the big screen. That was my first.
Did it look good?
Action. Yeah, it was really good. Like all the shots were filmed like yesterday. They were in it, and it turned out really well. It's got this like hammer. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, it's got this. Yeah, he wants to be. He wants it to be like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, like 25 minutes long.
Yeah, a good short. Yeah.
That might do even better than like Death Note or Death Wish. You never know. Should have actually got Christian on this podcast. I should have brought him on.
Oh, well. Be very interesting. Yeah, we should do that sometime. I'll be down to do that. Well, I think it's actually funny. Like it's very interesting how you are doing a Halloween film because before chapter 2 was like properly like talked about, we went, you know what? How about we make our own interpretation of Halloween? But I just feel like I know a lot more about it than Halloween. I just didn't want to dive into something I didn't really know about. Well, I hope though, like next year or something, that I move on to more original ideas because obviously my thing right now is more fan films.
Yeah, which is really, really good. I'm not saying
it. And we want to expand and just start. Yeah, we want to expand onto more original ideas for next year. For sure. Like I think that'd be very cool, but very hard though.
Yeah.
So I like get messages here and there, like from fans who are asking, like, are you putting this in the film? Are you putting that in the film? It's kind of like, because you need to put certain things in to, make the audience happy. We've got to balance it. Yeah. I think what we've got now I think people will like it. It's better than I thought it'd be. That's for sure. Yeah. There's been at least, I'm not exaggerating here, I think there's been about 10 drafts of the script to go through because we've tried to nail it on the head. It's really hard, but We're nearly there. Because our group isn't splitting up. It's just we're all going to different places after we've made this film. So when it's going to be a very not an emotional ending. It's just going to be a very like. Oh, well, what we want to do is make a documentary afterwards called The Summers Afloat Chapter 2, and it's going to be based around the making, the drama.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's
that's what we
what me
want to
and
have.
Christian want to do. We want to do a the making of Halloween
Yeah,
Restoration, behind the scenes for it, stuff like that.
yeah, you should definitely do that. Oh yeah, for sure. Because the fans will see how much effort you put into it, and that'll make them more drawn towards you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see the
I
different
will say that.
sides.
Now, you don't have to answer this. I don't know if you're allowed to by Kristen, but is there any talks about a possible sequel to the Halloween one?
Yeah, he has actually mentioned plans for after Halloween Restoration,
Yeah, like possible ideas.
sequel, and he has said I've given him ideas for things we can do after. The thing is, when we were on like set yesterday, when we were on filming Restoration yesterday,
Mhm.
because it's his film. He's been planning it for 4 years, which is crazy.
Wow.
4 years. He genuinely said 4 years in the making. Because
Jeez, that's impressive.
it's a bit of a personal thing, because he said he's not really had friends to make it
Ah,
with. Yeah, he did say he's gonna possibly do some sequels and things. And same with Death Wish. We started off with Death Note. They were doing Death Wish this year. Fingers crossed. Because they're actually going scouting next week. Um, and then I'm going to do a Death Trap. Of like
yeah,
4 films.
the
And
trilogy.
I was coming up with different ideas and different shot and angles of for Halloween Restoration yesterday, because we're filming outside. I was like, hey, what about if we do this angle instead? What if I had the camera here? What if I move the camera instead, you know? And he wants to go for more of an older style for it, more of like a 90s kind of look. And so it's coming out in October. People from our college have gone up to us and say, hey, this looks cool. It comes out in October. I'm like, yeah, quite a way away, but it makes
Honestly,
sense for Halloween. Same with it, that
oh
came
yeah.
out summer. Remember when it 2 came out?
Well, we were originally supposed to release it around October, but I think it's because we delayed the film that much that we're like, you know what? Let's release it in July.
Oh,
I just
July.
gave it away. Oh, God
Oh,
damn it.
I kind of thought
No,
that.
okay, it's all right. Right. I think he'll understand my point here. It's not like always meant to be the director edits them, of course, because that's not the role. But I think whoever's running the project, it's best for them to edit and stuff because they know what it should
Yeah,
visually look like. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, completely,
So I
completely.
think that's good. I think that's why I chose that. If I had to choose top three, it would obviously be obviously It, Scream. Ooh, probably Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. That's for sure. I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah, probably definitely it. Because I keep saying to Christian, because he's a massive It fan as well. Imagine if there's an It 3 coming out this year. Well, you're making
Mm-hmm.
one, so I'll watch that.
Well, the problem is like people are getting so muddled up with the It 3 because I
I know.
think I think it's because Andy Muschietti, who was obviously the director, he said there's a supercut coming, meaning it'll be like 6 hours long. And obviously because of COVID, it's been delayed, and people have been
Yeah.
non-stop like bragging and not leaving them alone.
Well, I mean, I've seen like you've seen it too, like the lookalikes for the older actors. Crazy how they look like the kid actors. I remember watching it
Crazy.
for the first time. I was like, what? They genuinely look like each other.
You
And
actually believe it's them.
the film I'm focusing on now mainly is the Death Wish, because we've come up with me and Christian have come up with so many ideas for the films we want to do. We've just got Death Wish to do.
You know what you said about the Halloween trailer? Did you? So was it basically a lie as a setup to kind of surprise you?
Because someone's making music for it. Someone
Oh,
goes, that's not finished yet, so we're kind of just waiting.
oh,
But Christian
okay.
I think Christian did edit a teaser for it, and he showed it me today, the rest of the class today at college. But we've not like posted it anywhere. But I think when it does come out, I'll probably post it on my YouTube or my Instagram
Yeah.
page. I'm sure Christian will as well.
Ah,
I had to actually lay on the floor because my other friend Xander, but basically my other friend who was playing in it was like on the ground,
oh,
was on the ground. I had to obviously lay on the floor with the camera in my hand, Christian's camera in my hand, pretending I'm him, and like Michael Myers was just like up, like looking down at me with the mask on.
oh,
That's all I'll say.
clever.
That's all I'll say. It's good. That's kind of like what that's kind of like what they've done in the 2018 one with the low angles and the
Sounds really clever. I will say that from what I heard. That sounds really good. In terms of trailers, it's actually quite funny how our trailers released on the same time.
oh
I
yeah
think
oh yeah.
I just realised that.
Whoa, I didn't realize
I
that.
just realised.
Yeah, God, it's crazy, isn't it?
I know.
We only filmed some of it yesterday, and then we filmed like because he's been planning it for 4 years. Because that's what he said. Christian said that he saw one of your pictures on Instagram where you had a boom mic
Yeah,
on
that's
a stick.
£30.
Yeah, and Christian was on about saying, "Oh, I really want the microphone. What you've got?" I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
I'll send you a link if you want.
That top bit there is obviously the microphone.
And then you just put that on and then.
Oh, does that attach to something? Attach to anything that?
This. Yeah, you just put it on there. And it just clips onto any kind of pole that screws on.
On the boat when you're doing the boat back. That looked really good with the blood in the arm and
Yes,
it looked really well.
Remember. So I need to get this shot of Georgie's hand scraping against the floor to make it more dramatic.
Yeah.
Couldn't find the blood, so I was like, oh god. So I went in the kitchen and got some tomato sauce, and there you go. That's it.
Been there, done that.
Gotta work what you got.
Yeah. I want to say that shot looked really realistic. Yeah. Now we really are like starting production on it, and it's great.
Are you close to finishing it, or you just started?
Just started. Not started the actual film yet. Thing is, with this, what we filmed yesterday, that's like the start. You know how films have like the start, like a little like teaser at the start, and then we'll have the credits, and then it starts the film. Like they have a little teaser, intro text, and then like they're doing it. They have a little start, and then they have the It Chapter 2 text with that tunnel, and then they actually start the film. If you know what I mean.
The opening scene, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing with this, and I'm sure It Chapter 2 took ages to film, like 8 months, like you said.
Honestly, Flow Chapter 1, I think that took 7 months or 8 months. I can't remember. I think it was 7 months for sure. This time took over a year. That's crazy. All that. And I remember as soon as he finished, I think, Richie's, news came out about COVID, and we were like, nah, it won't affect anything. Don't worry about it. And look now. So but really we're knuckled down. We've got it. And I do hope you and Chris and your crew do work with us, and we work with you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
we're funny.
We have actually mentioned like coming to you or whatever. Like, where are you from?
We are from Durham, and you're from Sheffield, I believe, because Christian told me. It's just an hour and a half away.
But I'm down to come.
We'll work it out.
Yeah. I guess after release of Chapter 2 and things.
I will say there is a possibility that we would come to use, because my friend, he goes to Sheffield quite a lot for his skating, since that's what he does for a professional thing. So he knows the area. So he just said, like, if we ever do go there, I'll just take you. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, if that works as well. Yeah.
I think we're a good group, like your group and our group.
Yeah.
We'll create something very, very good together. I think my idea is, like, if we come over, like, let's say you're working on something, we're working on something, we could shoot something for yours and you could shoot something for ours. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Definitely. Because we'll probably start.
That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah, it'd be amazing.
Definitely, we should definitely talk about it. Like,
could make a group chat.
That's exactly what I was going to say there.
Wow. Yeah,
like chat, and more when Chapter 2's finished, and out there, come together, have a little talk, and say,
definitely. I'll keep it in mind. Yeah.
Well, definitely. I'll let the guys know.
I use Final Cut Pro. It's on my MacBook. It's like it's just been a godsend for me starting YouTube.
I think when I've finished Flow Chapter 2, I want to take a good break. But while in that break, I want to make something new for sure. I just want to have a long break from YouTube.
So what else are you gonna do like during summer? Do you know?
I think we're talking about having like a bit of a celebration for making Chapter 2 since, it's been over a year. I
Yeah,
think we're going to go like on a nice camping trip as like the lads, a nice camping trip
yeah.
out.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do with my friends. We're going on like a camping trip. Like think like July time. Honestly, we are. We've been talking about it for.
Oh,
I've got proof of it.
that,
We've literally been talking
that's
about
mad.
camping trip. Yeah, maybe make a video out of it.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch actually. It's like when I said the guys though, like going out though together in like a tent and just having no Wi-Fi, just the lads just simply having a laugh. It's just a good thing to have.
Sure, I love
Aye,
helping people out, and sure you do too.
aye. I'll help you out. I'll give you a shout out one time if I can. It's interesting seeing it from like another perspective. It's
Yeah,
interesting. Oh, this scene. Aye. Oh my! I'm just getting flashbacks here.
yeah. You wouldn't think it would when you watch it,
Um,
but I guess
Yeah, and the funny story is dad there, who's called Joseph, who plays Bill, is he got recasted by him. Aye, funny enough, him right there on the left
ah,
with that top-notch beard. Um, aye, because he couldn't come out because of COVID, so replaced him with him. Oh, there's a funny story behind this. Each scene has some weird, funny story. So the reason why it went black and you could hear a balloon pop was because it was so windy that like the balloon just popped out of nowhere during the take
oh
and
wow.
just didn't capture it. So we only had one balloon, so we're like, oh god damn it. Oh, this really just gave me nostalgia watching this. I am seeing him tomorrow because that actually it's ironic. He's doing his last scene as Henry Bowers tomorrow. So
Oh,
yeah, his last scene with us. Well, there, for example, right there.
yeah. Pretty sure that's green screen as well.
Oh, that took ages to do
Did you have like a leaf blower or
because the
something?
wig kept getting in my eyes.
Leaf
Oh, I'd
blower.
take my face off. I used the hairdryer.
Oh, yeah. Same thing, I guess.
Oh, you can just see the pain in my eyes. There's a funny story about that. So when he pulled the curtain, so that was a whole like not improvised, but I wanted a real reaction from him. When I look at my channel, never did I ever think I would get here, and I think even you will say that yourself for your
100%.
channel.
100%.
How did your crew come together?
When I started college, like the college that I actually wanted to go to, I did games, film, and photography. I did that for like a year or so. And then there was Xander. I started speaking to him. I was like, hey, let's, work on this task in class together. About a year after, like 2020, like October, I met Christian. I was like, hey, it's crazy how it all happened. I was like, hey, I do YouTube. Do you want to be in my vlog? And then I told Xander about it, my other friend. I told him about it, about me making a friend in my class. Xander transferred to our class. We all met up. We all started talking. We all clicked straight away. We all got along really well, and we have since like last year. We just started talking about things we liked, like interests, YouTube, and then we made Death Note like last like end of last year, December time.
I don't want to drag my story on because, mine's a bit complex. It started around 2016. I met these two guys in year seven, I know. And I remember I was like, oh, I do YouTube as well. And he was like, oh, I do YouTube as well. I went, oh, we should work together. I was like, well, I make these short films, you see. He's like, let's do that then. It flopped. It was terrible. It'll never be seen to the light of the day, ever. But I will say that started the crew to come together. We've got guys coming in who was like, I've seen your thing, I like it. And then they came in and it just over time more came in and we just came together as a big circle and, and we formed a great crew, really.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Oh, we will for sure, mate.
Definitely.